Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and we're here with episode 28 of our Pokemon Crystal version Randomized Nuzlocke here on the channel. In the last episode, we started making our way down Route 39, heading our way down to Olivine City, the next big city we're going to reach here in our adventure, where there is a gym that we cannot access right away, as you'll see. Well, I'm sure we're going to get there in this episode. We can't get in there just yet, because there's something going on in Olivine City. We're going to have to make a detour to Cyanwood City, which is the set of our next actual gym battle, and we'll just roll from there. But today's episode, we're going to get at least one encounter. I'm going to say probably several, because Route 39, we've got to find some grass here. We've got Olivine City itself. I don't think the lighthouse counts as a separate spot, but I'm pretty sure there's no wild Pokemon in there anyway. Route 40 should be a new encounter. And if we make it, I don't think we'll make it to Cyanwood City because that's a pretty far distance off, but that could be a new encounter as well. So that is 3 new potential encounters. 3 potential, I still can't speak from last episode, 3 potential additions to our active team. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's show you who we are working with, because we did have a new Pokemon added to our collection as of last episode. Why do I keep trying to flash? Anyway, Payung the Pichu is up first at level 22, still not evolving yet. We don't even have a Soothe Bell. We need a Soothe Bell. Thunder Wave, Charm, Tail Whip, and Flash for the moveset. Next up, we have the newest addition. Spike has evolved. We've got Spike the Houndoom at level 24. She has Bite, Ember, Smog, and a Rock Smash, and a very powerful special attack at 68. I love it. Next up, we've got Omxark, our Blossom, at level 24, almost level 25. That was like last time, wasn't it? We have Quick Claw to speed things up in battle, Petal Dance, Absorb, Stun Spore, and Sweet Scent, and some pretty good stats right there as well. Next up is Fire Strike the Golbat, level 25. Scope Lens is the held item to increase the critical hit potential. We've got Bite, Leech Life, Confuse Ray, and Screech. Last but, of course not least, is our level 26 Quagsire S. Pika. Mystic Water to power up Surf. We've also got Headbutt, Amnesia, and Tail Whip, and some pretty good stats all around right there. So, I believe we have a chance to skip that guy. Let's just go right into the grass. I want to get an encounter. Let's see what we get. Now, who should we lead with? I'm going to lead with... Actually, Payung can paralyze with Thunder Wave. Actually, no, we're going to lead with Omxark. Because although Stun Spore has less accuracy than Thunder Wave, it has more versatility. Because if we find a ground type, we can't Thunder Wave that. If I want to find a ground type, if we have ground on our team, we're doing type lock type stuff where I can't use the same type more than once on our team. Now, let's see what Fate has in store. I thought that was an encounter coming up. Chaz, you still awake? This is Anthony the Hiker. Are your Pokemon as feisty as ever? My Lapras and me, we have energy to burn. We hike up mountains every day to work out all our energy. Lately, I've been running across Wild Venusaur quite often. Yeah, I saw some down there too. They're easily taken care of. You have a Lapras. Actually, if you have Ice Beam, I can see why they're not that hard to deal with. But, Frenzy Plant could be a thing. At least as far as Gen 3 is concerned, because, pretty sure it didn't exist yet. Alright, our first, excuse me, encounter is Elekid. I do not believe we have Elekid yet. Let me just make sure. I do not see it. I know we could encounter them way back on the first route, but it does not look like we have it. And, unless I'm mistaken, we don't have an electric type. Yes, we do. We've got Payung. So anyways, we're going to try to catch this, though. Go for the Stun Spore. Didn't I just say it's not fully accurate? Yeah, I did. What's a good way to soften this thing up, though? Would Absorb knock it out? It's level 16. We are 8 levels above. I mean, we saw what Absorb did to a Corsola at, I think, a similar level. So, I mean, it's possible we'd be okay. What else can we hit it with? It resists electric. We don't have any electric moves. Flying. I don't know what we can hit it with. I'm gonna try Absorb. We'll see what happens. Plus, I can use a little bit of HP recovery, too. Alright, careful, Omxark. Don't go too crazy. Alright, good. Now, I'm going to try another one. We're going to get a critical hit. That's how things work in the world of Professor Chaz, right? So wait, let's just let it happen. Wow. Okay, that's not bad. Let's start throwing some Pokeballs at this thing. Now, as I said in the last episode, we're changing the format a little bit. I am breaking not the cardinal rule of a Nuzlocke, but one of the cardinal rules. Every capture you make, you must nickname that Pokemon to build up more of a connection with the Pokemon. But as I sort of disputed the last time, wouldn't it not really build a connection if the Pokemon goes to your PC and never comes out to your active team? So, since we have limitations on how many viewers I can nickname Pokemon after, I'm only going to nickname things as we add them to our team. So, this Elekid right here is not going to get a nickname until perhaps, if our Pichu sadly does not pull through the entire adventure. We'll see what happens as time goes on, but I'm not going to expect the worst. So anyway, for your chance to have a Pokemon named after you in this playthrough, just answer the question of the day, which is... I pointed the right way-ish this time. Right over that way. Hey, we caught Elekid. Sweet. The question of the day, sort of relating to the last question of the day from the previous episode. If you could time travel to any time and anywhere, excuse me, where would you go? There's a reason that question comes up. Anyway, Elekid is newly added to the Pokedex. Elekid, the electric Pokemon. It loves violent thunder. The space between its horns flickers bluish-white when it is charging energy. Excuse me. I'm probably getting sick again. So we're not going to nickname it just yet. Currently, it does stay on our team because we have an empty space, but we're going to PC it as soon as we get into Olivine City, which is just not that far away. Oh, see, I thought this was a trainer. You came at just the right time. Let's battle. My mind just imploded 2 ways from Sunday, which is funny because it's Sunday as I'm recording this. So, here's the thing. We spoke to her. We did not hear the, battle music. But when we talked to her, saying that we came at the right time, I thought, oh, is she one of the 7 siblings that go around and give you items per day, like, say, Monica on Mondays kind of thing? Which, it's not Monday. Never mind. I was going to say, I think Monica on Mondays appears just outside Olivine City. So I thought maybe that's who this is. But that was weird. You guys heard that, right? No battle music. I should say no intro battle, no encounter music, I guess, for that trainer. Very odd. So Omxark is level 25. Not bad. We gotta switch back to Pyung to lead the way, though. Oh, how disappointing. I know, you didn't have the intro music. What the? What do you say of yourself? I met my Meowth at night, right here on Route 39. I'm not sure why, but it seems to like it when I train here. It seems to become friendlier by training here than anywhere else. Was that a thing? Do Pokemon get more friendly if they spend more time on the route that you first got them? Maybe that's why Pyung isn't evolving. Where did we get you from? I don't think this says. I'm gonna turn my heater off because it's warm again. I made it through the whole last episode without getting too warm, though. That was kind of cool. Cool, warm. Get it? That wasn't even funny. And now this guy's gonna beat us up for it. I just got back to Olivine. So how about a Pokemon battle? So the question of the day, as I say, sort of relates somewhat to something that I was thinking of. In my 3D animation course, you might realize, if you've been following stuff on my social media, that I made the DeLorean from Back to the Future for a car project. I had to model a 3D car of our choosing, and I decided, you know what? Let's go with a classic DeLorean, the time-traveling machine from Back to the Future. So, as I was doing this, we had a good, I think it was like a month to work on it. My brain got to thinking, and I was thinking about all the different kind of time travel things from back in the 1980s, because Back to the Future came out in 85, I believe it was, and I forget what year it was, but there was another time-traveling movie that came out similar, I think, close to that same time, called Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Who out there is familiar with Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? That was a pretty cool movie, I will say. A little bit more off the wall, a little more oddball, but still fun. Also involving time travel. So, I was thinking, something that we really did not, society, humanity as a whole, missed out on, was we never got a Back to the Future Bill and Ted crossover. When I say that, I mean there was I had an idea where the two groups could sort of time travel. The basic idea, if you don't know, Bill and Ted is a movie about these two guys in, was it high school or college? I'm gonna say college, who in the future, they go on to unite the world in peace and harmony through their music, which they're really bad at in their school days. So, since they're also really bad at school in general, there's a chance that they're not going to complete their... Was it college? I gotta look this up. But they weren't going to complete their schooling properly, and one of them, Ted, was going to be shipped off to military school to straighten up, learn to fly right. And that was putting the future in jeopardy, where they would not unite, they would not have their music to bring peace to the world. So someone from the future had to come back and help things out. What they did, they gave Bill and Ted a time-traveling phone booth, that's right, to go back in time and find all these historical figures, or historical dudes, as they called them, to help them with a history project. What they did, brought them all to the future, basically, and let them talk. And that was basically it. But, excuse me, I apologize to keep coughing in your ears like that. The weird thing about that is, though, if in the future they did harmonize and had time travel and stuff, and they went back to make sure things worked out right, didn't things already work out right anyway if they had their utopian future? Why do they need to go back? Unless it was like a predestination paradox thing, in that if this character, Rufus, didn't go back in time to help them, then that would have caused a paradox. Because maybe it was written in the history books that he did that, and he had to do it. You know, wouldn't that be something? What if you're like 5 years old, and you're reading a history book that, say your name is like, Refugio or something, and you're reading a history book, and you read something about this person that went back to, like, say, 1800s, named Refugio. No, you just read about a person named Refugio in the 1800s who solved some sort of, like, disaster. And it's like, that's weird, that's what I'm named. And then as time goes on, you realize you are that person, and that you have to go back and do that thing, or else your current time will not exist, therefore you won't exist, therefore that will happen. I don't know. It's weird. Time travel's a fickle mistress. But anyway, I got sidetracked. It would have been cool if Bill and Ted go back in time for something, get a historical dude, mess something up, but Doc and Marty from Back to the Future can detect this in the DeLorean, if there's some sort of time mishap, and they have to go back and set things right. That could lead to some conflict between the two groups, and wackiness ensues. See, I should have been writing movies way back then. My Pokemon were caught and raised overseas. They're my companions on those long voyages. Did you notice that his voice changed dramatically in the time it took me to throw my crazy idea out there? This is a good time to brag about my Pikachu. This guy flexing on us. We got a Pichu that will not evolve, and this guy's gonna throw a Pikachu in my face. Or a Pidgeotto. I don't think you know what Pikachu looks like, sir. It's Pidgeotto. If only I had allowed myself to keep our Thundershock, we could stay in and just destroy this thing, but because of my failure to save one time, I had to completely undo things. I mean, no, technically, we weren't supposed to have Thundershock. That was it. Yeah, so we wouldn't even be able to hit this thing. Never mind. I mean, we would have technically been able to use Sweet Kiss, but waiting for something to knock itself out for confusion, unless it's a Hitmonlee, is going to take a long time. You remember the Goldenrod City gym battle? That was fun. I had no time to show off Pikachu. You're right, because you didn't have one. Pikachu is it, don't you agree? Excuse me. I see. Anyway, so the answer or my own answer to the question of the day, if I could time travel to any time and anywhere, where would I go? I would go anywhere but here right now. Actually, fun fact, you don't fight your rival here. He just showboats in front of you. You again. There's no need to panic. I don't bother with wimps like you. Ever since we whooped your butt back in Burn Tower. Speaking of weaklings, the city's gym leader isn't here. Supposedly taking care of a sick Pokemon at the lighthouse. Again, like I said last time, what's with all the sick Pokemon in this region? Huh, boo-hoo. Just let sick Pokemon go. A Pokemon that can't battle is worthless. Why don't you go train at the lighthouse? Who knows, it might make you a bit less weak. Get out of my way, Tyrone! You're a beast. I don't think I appreciate that. We're here in Olivine City, the port closest to foreign lands. Sweet! Wow, you have a Pokédex! That is just so awesome! Thank you, thank you. So, what we're gonna do here is get some encounters. We're going to go heal up first of all. I think we're still good on Pokeball, so I'm going to immediately, after healing up, I'm going to surf. I'm going to find something in the water. Let's see what we can get. I think the levels in the water tend to fluctuate a little bit more crazily. Oh, we got to put the Elekid away first. But, yeah, I think generally when you're surfing, you have a wider range of levels you can find things at. So if we can actually get a high-level encounter, that will take a little less grinding to have to prepare. So let's see. And we're actually, okay, we're going to deposit the Elekid. We're also going to take a look and see how far up would we be adding the Lugia. So, I mean, okay, so we have Ryan the Nidoran. By the way, these Pokemon that have nicknames right now, if, for example, the next one we can bring in is Omanyte, I might actually use a nickname that's currently sitting in the PC and give it to the Pokemon that we add to the team, because it doesn't seem fair. Like I said before, Ryan Warren, that's Andrew Warren, there, Mariah Thompson, I believe it is, Goku Black, and Trainer Joey YT. If you folks all have your names already assigned to a Pokemon that can't come in, whereas a new one does, that doesn't feel fair to you folks to have your name locked in the box. So I might actually, when I get Fly, go back and unnickname all these species, and we'll start fresh as we add Pokemon to our collection. So anyway, I would be adding Lugia in between these two. And we got all these ones down here. In fact, how many are in this box? Let me see. 11. So we're still good for quite a ways. Alright, all that being said, we're going to talk to these folks some other time. I want encounters. I want to see if we can get a 6th member to our team. Let's go surfing. I think this is the first time we're using surf. Look at Espika, everybody. She looks like a Lapras. Okay, our Olivine City encounter is a duplicate. Actually, we already have Slugma. That is Goku. So we're gonna re-roll. I don't know how many possible. And look at the level, 22. I should actually switch to a fast Pokemon. Spike, stop shaking your head. Get out there. You're pretty quick. You can escape. Plus, we resist the. We don't resist Rock Throw, but we resist Ember. I knew I wasn't worried though. Slugma has no attack stat. I mean, it has obviously some attack stat, but much less that we have to worry for. Alright, let's get Omxark leading the way. Not that, you know, he's faster to escape, but we have Stun Spore to paralyze whatever we find. I'm going to give it maybe 4 or 5 chances. If we don't find anything new that we can catch, I'll probably try fishing. Because there's no grass here, so only surfing and fishing will be the encounters. That's a new species. It is a water type, which we currently have on our team. So we can't add it to our team, but let me just double check and make sure we do not have a Seal or Dugong. And from the looks of things, we do not. So this is our encounter. Excuse me for coughing in your faces once again. Sunspore. Now, if the Elekid could handle Absorb, this thing has to be able to handle. Oh, plus we've been Growl too. Our attack stat is lower. Excellent. Absorb is special base, remember. However, I think this thing has pretty good HP, so it should be able to handle it. Yeah, it can even take one more safely. 2 more is really pushing it. Let's just see. If we get a critical, that might bring it to the perfect amount. Yeah, it's a little bit too risky to try another one of those. So I'm going to probably... who do we switch to? We've seen Aurora Beam, Growl. We don't see any water moves just yet. So I'm going to say, Spike, you can handle the Aurora Beams. We're going to have you come out. I could even Smog this thing. I'm going to try... Actually, after the... I'm going to try a few Pokeballs. After that, we've been Growled a couple times, for example. Smog might actually be perfect to weaken it up a little bit more. But, you know, first ball's going to get this, right? Check this out. Perfect throw. I really love AR Plus mode in Pokemon Go. People are not fond of it. Woo! It was the first ball! Sweet. So people are not super fond of it because it is... They find it harder. I love how I can get so many excellent throws on Pokemon now using AR Plus mode. I used to despise research tasks that say get 3 excellent balls, or excellent curveball. No, was it curveballs? I think it was just 3 excellent throws in a row. Quite often the game would mess up and not record my excellent throw that goes right in the middle of that tiny little circle as an excellent throw. So, anyways, I can really get a lot of good excellent throws in Pokemon Go using AR Plus mode, and I love it. Dugong, the sea lion Pokemon. It sleeps under shallow ocean waters during the day, then looks for food at night when it's cold. So we're not going to nickname this, of course. And right back to the PC we go, because we cannot use it. I'll do a quick heal. We're going to head out to Route 40, the sea route. And let's see what we can root out on the waters. Unless we get sidetracked by a trainer, which could happen. But maybe not. Alright, so what do we have on our team? We have electric, we've got water, ground, fire, dark, poison, flying, and grass. So, can we find a Pokemon that does not have any of those types in its system, I guess? Actually, you know what? We didn't take a look at this. Let's take a look at Dugong here. So it is level 20 with Headbutt, Growl, Aurora Beam. Not bad. Defensively, it's pretty decent. Deposit you. And let's take a look at that Elekid, too. Where are you at? You're way down here. So this one, at level 16, Quick Attack, Leer, and Thunder Punch. Very fast. Alright, so if we ever do add a new electric type to the team, we're good to go. So something I was thinking, too, is I'm not going to do it just to set your minds at ease, but technically, if I really, really wanted to, I could allow certain Pokemon to faint on purpose to bring in a Pokemon that I want. For example, let's say we add in the Lugia to our team, which we will do into our collection there. We can't use it while we have Fire Strike the Golbat. So I could let Fire Strike faint in a battle to bring in Lugia, but I definitely am not going to do that because, like, we've gone... Fire Strike's been with us for so long. We cannot just give up a Pokemon like that. Lugia will have to wait. This is our encounter. Electric, grass, water, ground, flying, poison, fire, dark. Normal. We can actually use this Wigglytuff. Alright, well, let's go ahead and be careful here. Do what we can to make this capture. We can actually add a new team. Now, it's also going to be a Stone Evolution Pokemon, so it shouldn't learn anything as it levels up, but we can check TMs. It could, excuse me, do we have Strength yet? Because it can learn Strength. That's not bad. We could also go back to Goldenrod City once we get Fly and teach it Headbutt. We'd also make it forget Double Slap as soon as possible, because that's annoying. Alright, let's keep going for Absorb. It's the safest way to whittle this thing down. What I probably will do is I'll keep this in the PC until the next episode. Because, like I said, I want it, like, basically we're almost at the end of the episode anyway. And, no, actually, what I'll do... I don't know. See, I'm gonna need to use Fly. Oh, careful there, Omxark. Don't go too crazy on this thing. Alright, let's go for some catches. Now, yeah, I'm not gonna nickname it just yet. I will temporarily put it in the PC, but as soon as I get a chance to head back to Goldenrod City, in fact, I might start the next episode in Goldenrod City, be able to nickname this immediately, based on your response to the question of the day. Oh, I didn't answer my own question, did I? If I could travel anywhere, any time, where would I go? I don't even really know. Like, some people... Okay, I would probably not go anywhere in the past, because... basically, when you go back in time, anything you do, just by existing in the past, you change the past. And things could change for, they could change, like, they might hardly change, could change for the worse, could change for the better, you don't know. But I'm happy with things as they are. Me going back in time and simply stepping on a blade of grass. The theory is that can alter the future in ways you can't imagine. So, I wouldn't want to risk anything weird happening. But I would probably try to visit somewhere in the future, as opposed, or in consideration of where. I don't even know. I'm kind of focused on trying to catch this thing. I think I said the last episode, I'm not that into traveling too far away. I actually get a little weirded out if I'm too far from my home turf for too long. This is my comfort zone, my hometown and stuff. So if I go too far away for too long of a time, it's like, I kind of want to get back now. So, I don't really have any aspirations of where to go. What I could do is, in relation to Pokemon Go, travel to, like, say, 72, 73 years in the future, and see what regional Pokemon are available in the world at that point, and then choose a spot in the world to go and catch, you know, Lart Flats or whatever that Pokemon is that they're going to be in Gen 18. So, who knows? Like, anything like that could happen. What I would really like, though, is to catch this thing. We want to add you to the team, Wigglytuff. Come on, you're a normal type. You fit in so perfectly. What if you can learn Thunder? We have a TM for Thunder, but it was randomized from something else. I don't even know. Would I even want to teach Thunder, though? It's not perfectly accurate. We're going to have to hit it again, aren't we? Who can we slightly tap this thing with? Well, we could confuse it with Confuse Ray. The thing is, this thing has decent attack and not good defense. It'll probably knock itself out. I mean, I really shouldn't risk hitting it. We bought Pokeballs for this purpose. Let's do it. And like I said before, I'm not going to be upset if the Pokeballs take forever to catch, because it's my own choosing to use standard Pokeballs. I know I could buy Great Balls, I could buy Ultra Balls. I've got a Great Ball right now I could use, but I just like the red and white. Even though, in this generation, you don't even see the kind of Pokeball they're captured in. So I could catch it in, you know, Master Ball, and tell people it was a Pokeball. Who watches this playthrough, right? Actually, I'm pretty sure a good number of you out there watching right now do watch this playthrough, so, I mean, you would know. So I probably shouldn't try any shenaniganery as such. We've been past time for quite a while, Wigglytuff. Would you just not, though? See, as much as I would like to add this to our team, I'm somewhat tempted to headbutt this. Actually, how much have we been growled? Never mind. So you just gotta threaten them. They learn what's up. Alright, now, let me just double check. Did we actually catch a Jigglypuff? I didn't even think to check for species. Pretty sure we have, excuse me, not, and we have, excuse me, not. Regular Tuff. Why am I reading it like Rotom? Regular Tuff, the balloon Pokemon. The rich, fluffy fur that covers its body. They predicted Detective Pikachu! It's got fur! Covers its body feels so good that anyone who feels it can't stop touching it. But remember that was the big uproar, so we're not going to nickname it yet. I will... Hello, Liz. I'm not Tanya, or Tania, or whoever that is. Wrong number. Get out of my phone! I should delete you, but you might give me items, maybe. But yeah, so everyone was in an uproar. Jigglypuff, why is it furry? And it says right there, Wigglytuff has fur. Makes sense, Jigglypuff would too. Now, for that matter, does Igglybuff? I would assume yes, but we don't know that for certain yet. Anyway, that basically wraps up today's wacky, zany episode of our Pokemon Crystal version randomized Nuzlocke. I think I did okay. Usually I find it a little bit awkward to record multiple episodes back to back, because a lot of times I run out of things to talk about, but I think I did alright for this one. A lot of craziness, but hey, got us through, didn't it? Alright, but if you enjoyed today's episode, feel free to let me know with the like button down below. If I ramble too much about too much crazy, inane things, there's that dislike button. Feel free to help yourself to that one as well. Just let me know what I can do to improve the videos for the future. And if you want to see any more episodes of the Crystal version randomized Nuzlocke, link in the description and during the outro to the full playlist, which you can go click that and check out. And if you want to see other social media from myself, such as some pretty nifty looking Pokemon Go photo shoots with the Go Snapshot update, I got my Twitter and Instagram linked as well, which you can check out. And Discord server is linked down in the description as well. But that is going to be a wrap for today. Thank you folks again for watching. Professor Chaz is signing off, and I'll catch you next time.